Hello, decision. Oh, hello. You know, you're my decision, and I've thought long and hard about it. I want to be married to you forever. You want to be married to me forever? But shouldn't you allow room for change? No, decision. Eat those words. Bite your tongue. I want to be married to my decisions forever. I don't ever want to change. That doesn't seem wise. It seems rather stupid. What's wrong with you? Oh, decision. We're meant to be. I don't know, that was corny. I noticed an inherent danger in all of how we come to our decision making. If we come to our decision making and we aren't flexible, as the world changes and as other things change, we may not. So maybe we shouldn't marry ourselves to our decisions. I was thinking a little bit about my diet. So right now, my diet is pretty strict. I cheat often. Sometimes I cheat a lot. But my diet, for the most part, consists of tilapia, it's a fish, ground turkey, depends on how I'm feeling, but I may do a white rice or sweet potato. I do vegetables, and when I need a significant amount of carbs, I will eat a burger, I will eat some rolls or biscuits or something like that. But that's the diet that I have right now that I'm trying, because I'm trying to build muscle and all this other stuff. That wasn't always my diet, and if that was the diet, the only diet that I wanted to exercise, then as my goals changed, my body changed, what my body needed changing, I wouldn't have made a decision to change it. And that would be detrimental. And staying along the line of diet, I tried being a vegan for 2 weeks with my wife. The goal wasn't 2 weeks, the goal was a lifestyle change. The goal was to become a vegan. But then other goals were met. Black people sometimes have low-grade anemia. It's when the iron levels in your blood are a little bit too low. And my fingers were cold, my fingertips, because blood typically wants to stay as close to your heart as it can, your vital organs. So your extremities, the tips, that's what usually suffers the most. Cold toes, cold fingers, things like that. So being a vegan, I could not eat the amount of iron and B12 that I needed to be a healthy person. So my iron levels went significantly low. The levels of B12 in my body also went significantly low. I was lethargic, and I had a very good vegan diet. It was very vegan appropriate, but the thing is, I would have had to eat a whole Santa hat full of spinach just so I could get the amount of iron that may have been in 2 ounces of steak. So that only lasted for about 2 weeks. I was able to go longer as a vegetarian. That was about 2 months. That was cool, but the protein and the amount of chips and snacking that I was doing, there were other unhealthy things that crept into my life. Wasn't the best person with that. So I just balanced my diet to what I just told you. My diet, meat, vegetables, some carbs. I watch them. I'm pretty active in the gym. I do a lot of cardio. Done. That's what works for me, and I feel good when I do it. Another thing that I notice, so I've got some vegans in my family, and they get so offended when their diet is discussed in a way that maybe they're not so fond of. When I bring up the low-grade anemia that I had.
Oh, you should have just done this. Oh, all you needed to do was eat more of that. Are you supplementing the right way?
Yeah, but I mean, when I wasn't a vegan, I didn't have to take pills and supplement or have smoothies that had a lot of spinach in them. I didn't have to do that, and it did make my life a little bit more difficult. And with me already having low-grade anemia, being a vegan just made it way worse. So that's the funny part. The reaction that everyone gave me when I wanted to sort of not even challenge their choice, but they felt so convicted. They're like, I made a choice to be a vegan and I'm smart as hell. So anything that you say, you're just you're just hating on me. You're just hating on the decision that I made to be a vegan. What do you know? They actually seem to feel personally attacked. Horrible. Horrible. And then I realized they were married to their decision and they couldn't be flexible. Very interesting quality in us humans. And when I went vegan and vegetarian, I looked at it as me just trying something. I looked at it like, I don't have all the answers and this could be an answer for me, so I tried it. But when it didn't work, I wasn't offended. Just like I don't get offended when people say, oh my gosh, you eat red meat? I'm like, yes, I eat red meat. It's good. It's not bad for me. And I watched that show Naked and Afraid with my 6-year-old daughter. She's sick. She's a sick puppy. I think she just likes looking at people naked. And she also likes learning about all the stuff that they do to actually get their food. So it's actually pretty cool. But none of those humans end up being vegan on that show Naked and Afraid. No. They fish. They kill snakes. They do everything humanly possible to get protein, to get the meat. And that is like from the tree of life, it seems. That's what keeps those people alive. That's what gives them their weight. And that's what helps them to go on, carry on the entire time that they're on that 21 or 45-day challenge or whatever it is. And it was very interesting. I remember this one girl, I think she was a vegan or vegetarian on the show Naked and Afraid. If they hadn't found this huge mango tree that they could go to every day, she would have had to make a really difficult decision. I think she even said that she would have tapped out of the competition if she had to eat meat. She said she would go back to the metropolitan area that she lived in and quit this challenge to just try to find an edamame bowl as opposed to being out there, which is fine. It's a prerogative, and thank goodness for the industrial age that brought us ways to process these things so we could actually get something like that for someone to make a choice to be a vegan, get that on their table. Bravo, Americans. I know it's in the rest of the world too, but whatever. Bravo. But that always leads me to, if all of our modern conveniences and all of our technology was ripped from us right now, what would you do? All you vegans, I guess you'd be eating some pork. All you vegetarians, I guess you're eating fish, chicken, all that. Because you may not be able to grow and harvest that fast and crops yield like what happens over the winter when we have to go to the hills, find a goat, a sheep, a yak, because it's too cold to grow anything. What would you do, vegan and vegetarian? See, being married to your decision, that's fine, but when the rubber meets the road and our technology is taken away, then we're right back to the humans that we're probably supposed to be.
Meat-eating savages.
Hit the like button, hit subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can see all of my videos that I drop every Monday and Thursday, sometimes a little bit more. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.